As World War II engulfed Europe, a bold plan took root on the Canadian prairies. Saskatchewan, the land of living skies, became a vital training ground for Allied aircrew. Under the British Commonwealth Air Training Plan, or BCATP, airfields sprang up across the province, transforming quiet towns and vast landscapes into a bustling hub of aviation activity. Thousands of young men from across the Commonwealth flocked to Saskatchewan to learn the art of flight. They soared through the skies in Tiger Moths, Harvards, and Ansons, mastering the skills they would need to defend freedom. Today, we'll explore the legacy of the BCATP in Saskatchewan, uncovering the remnants of these wartime airfields and discovering how they've been repurposed and remembered. Join us on a journey through time as we delve into a fascinating chapter of Saskatchewan's history. Imagine this. You're a young man in the 1940s, eager to join the fight for freedom. You enlist and find yourself in the British Commonwealth Air Training Plan and are shipped off to Saskatchewan, a land of vast prairies and endless skies. Your journey to becoming an airman is about to begin. First up, initial training school. For 4 intense weeks, you're immersed in a whirlwind of studies and tests. Navigation, meteorology, aerodynamics. It's a crash course in everything aviation. You wrestle with algebra and trigonometry, face a psychiatrist, and even experience the strange sensation of a decompression chamber. And then there's the link trainer, your first taste of flying, albeit in a rather clunky ground-based simulator. It's a far cry from the real thing, but it gives you a feel for the controls and the challenges of flight. If you pass muster, it's on to elementary flying training school. Here, you finally get your hands on a real aircraft. A de Havilland Tiger Moth, maybe, or a Fairchild Cornell. Over 8 weeks, you'll log 50 hours of flight time, learning the basics of takeoff, landing, and maneuvering. It's exhilarating, terrifying, and often humbling as you grapple with stalls, spins, and the occasional bumpy landing. But the training doesn't stop there. Service Flying Training School is next, and it's where things get serious. You'll graduate to more advanced aircraft, like the North American Harvard, mastering complex maneuvers and flying in formation. You'll learn to navigate by the stars, fly through clouds using only instruments, and handle emergencies with nerves of steel. For those destined to be navigators, the path leads to Air Observer School. Here, you'll become an expert in map reading, aerial photography, and the art of pinpointing targets from thousands of feet above the ground. You'll train in Avro Ansons, putting your skills to the test. And then there are the bombing and gunnery schools. Here, future bomb aimers learn to hit their targets with pinpoint accuracy, while air gunners become sharpshooters in the sky, defending their aircraft from enemy fighters. It's intense, demanding training, but it's essential for survival in the air war. Most training schools had 2 relief fields, a primary field with paved runways and a secondary field, often just a long stretch of grass or turf. The major purpose of these relief fields was to relieve traffic at the main station. Trainees could practice circuits and other maneuvers away from the busy main airfields, providing a safer and less congested training environment. The majority of primary relief fields, R1s, were quite well equipped, often featuring the familiar triangular runway layout, control towers, hangars, and even accommodations, mess halls, and support services for personnel stationed there. They also provided a place to disperse aircraft, reducing congestion at the main base and minimizing the risk of damage in case of accidents. The concrete runways of the primary relief fields are easier to spot today. Those runways still visible from the air, like scars on the landscape. On September 16, 1940, RCAF Station Saskatoon opened its doors, becoming home to No. 4 Service Flying Training School. Here, pilots honed their skills on twin-engine trainers like the Avro Anson and Cessna Crane, preparing for the challenges of wartime operations. One of the many pilots who earned his wings at Saskatoon was Les Munro of New Zealand, a name that would later become etched in history for his daring role in the famous Dambusters raid. The original airfield was located on the eastern edge of the current airport property, near what is now Idlewild Drive. Though much has changed over the years, remnants of the old concrete runways can still be seen. Beyond the main airfield, Saskatoon's training program extended to nearby relief landing fields. The primary relief field, located northwest of Vanscoy, boasted 3 concrete runways, a tower, and a hangar. A secondary relief field just east of Osler, a triangular grass airstrip, offered another location for training exercises. These fields played a vital role in the training program, providing additional space for pilots to practice various maneuvers and techniques. The story of flying begins in the capital city in the 1930s, with the rise of commercial air travel. The city's municipal airport, established in 1930, quickly became a vital link for the growing province. But with the outbreak of World War II, its role would dramatically change. The local flying club, already a fixture at the airport, stepped up to the challenge, providing crucial flight training for the Royal Canadian Air Force. And when the British Commonwealth Air Training Plan took flight, the airport was transformed into a key training center. On November 11, 1940, the RCAF station was officially established, along with the number 15 Elementary Flying Training School. Even the best pilots have those oops moments, especially when they're still learning. That's why the number 15 EFTS had its own safety net. A relief landing field in the Brora district. Just a wide-open expanse of prairie, carefully chosen for its flat terrain and clear approaches. Prince Albert also played a vital role in the BCATP. In the summer of 1940, the skies above this northern Saskatchewan city filled with the sounds of young pilots learning to fly. The number 6 Elementary Flying Training School was established here, a key training ground for aspiring airmen. They took to the skies in Tiger Moths and Cornells, mastering the basics of flight under the watchful eyes of their instructors. But Prince Albert's role wasn't limited to pilot training. For a time, it also hosted the number 6 Air Observer School, where trainees learned the vital skills of navigation and reconnaissance aboard twin-engine Avro Ansons. These versatile aircraft were essential for training navigators, bomb aimers, and other aircrew who would play crucial roles in the Allied bombing campaign. And to provide additional space for training exercises, there was a 2,100-foot square all-way turf relief landing field located in the Hagen district. Today, this airfield continues to serve the community as Prince Albert's Glass Field. While the original hangars are gone, the airport remains a vital transportation hub for Prince Albert and a lasting reminder of its contribution to the war effort. North Battleford, a city known for its agricultural roots and vibrant community, also played a crucial role in the training of Allied aircrew during World War II. RCAF Station North Battleford, established in 1941, became a hub for advanced flying instruction. The Royal Air Force's No. 35 Service Flying Training School was the first to operate here, followed by the RCAF's No. 13 Service Flying Training School. These schools focused on honing the skills of pilots on twin-engine aircraft like the Airspeed Oxford, preparing them for the complexities of multi-engine operations. To provide ample space for training exercises and aircraft dispersal, 2 relief landing fields were established: a primary field with paved runways, as well as a hangar and control tower at Hamlin, and a secondary field with turf runways at Brada. Today, it continues to serve the community as the North Battleford Cameron McIntosh Airport, a vital transportation link for the region. Yorkton, a city known for its strong community spirit and agricultural heritage, also played a vital role in the BCATP. In 1941, RCAF station Yorkton opened its doors, becoming a bustling center for pilot training. The number 11 Service Flying Training School was established here, with Group Captain George R. Howsam at the helm. The skies above Yorkton filled with the roar of Harvards and Yales as trainees honed their skills, mastering advanced maneuvers and formation flying. To accommodate the large number of trainees and aircraft, 2 relief landing fields were established, a primary field with paved runways at Sturdy and a secondary field with turf runways at Rhine. These fields were used for training exercises and aircraft dispersal. After the war, the station was decommissioned, but its legacy of aviation continues. Today, the airfield operates as the Yorkton Municipal Airport, a vital transportation link for the region. While some of the original runways are still in use, the airport has been modernized and expanded to meet the needs of the community. Swift Current, a city known for its agricultural roots and pioneering spirit, played a vital role in the BCATP. What began as a humble aerodrome in the 1930s was transformed into a bustling training ground for Allied pilots during World War II. RCAF Station Swift Current, established in 1941, became home to the Royal Air Force's No. 39 Service Flying Training School. Here, pilots honed their skills on intermediate training aircraft, preparing for the challenges of combat. 2 relief landing fields were established to provide additional space for training and aircraft dispersal. A primary field with paved runways at St. Aldwyn and a secondary field with turf runways at Weyburn. Today, the Swift Current Airport continues to serve the community as a regional airport, a testament to the enduring legacy of aviation in this region. Remarkably, some of the original infrastructure from the World War II training base remains, including a hangar that has been designated a municipal heritage site. Even the airfield layout, with its runways and taxiways, retains much of its original configuration. Moose Jaw, a city now known for its mineral springs and friendly spirit, has a long and storied history with aviation. During World War II, RCAF station Moose Jaw became a vital training ground for pilots from across the Commonwealth. Initially, the Royal Air Force took the lead, establishing the No. 32 Service Flying Training School. Pilots from Canada, the UK, and many other nations trained here on Harvards and Oxfords, mastering the skills they would need to take on the Luftwaffe. In addition to serving as emergency landing strips, 2 relief landing fields were established for training purposes and aircraft dispersal. The primary field, at Buttress, featured a classic triangular runway layout, typical of BCATP airfields. Those telltale runways are still visible from the air. The secondary relief field at Burdick has fared rather differently. What once served as an emergency landing strip for wartime pilots is now the civil airstrip for the city of Moose Jaw. After the war, the station was briefly decommissioned, but with the rise of the Cold War, it was reactivated in 1953, becoming a hub for NATO pilot training. The base continued to evolve, embracing new aircraft and training technologies. Today, CFB Moose Jaw, also known as 15-wing Moose Jaw, remains a vital part of Canada's Air Force, training pilots from across NATO and beyond. Estevan, a city built on coal, also has a connection to the skies. In 1942, during the height of World War II, a bustling airfield sprang up south of the city. This was RCAF Station Estevan, home to the Royal Air Force's number 38 Service Flying Training School. Here, pilots from across the Commonwealth trained on twin-engine Avro Ansons, mastering the skills they would need to navigate the skies of war-torn Europe. Like many BCATP stations, Estevan had its own network of relief landing fields. These fields, located at Outram and Chandler, weren't just for emergencies. They were vital for training exercises, allowing pilots to practice forced landings, navigation, and cross-country flights. After the war, the airfield was decommissioned. Open pit mining gradually consumed the land where the airfield once stood. By 2011, it had vanished completely, buried beneath layers of earth and rock. Today, a vast coal mine occupies the site where those young pilots once trained. Weyburn also played a vital role in the BCATP. In 1941, RCAF Station Weyburn was established, becoming a training ground for pilots from across the Commonwealth. The number 41 Service Flying Training School was established here, equipping pilots with the skills needed to fly advanced aircraft like the Avro Anson and the North American Harvard. The skies above Weyburn echoed with the roar of these aircraft as trainees practiced flying in formation, night flying, and other advanced maneuvers. Over 180,000 hours of flight time were logged here, and the school graduated an impressive 1,055 pilots before its closure in 1944. To facilitate training exercises and aircraft dispersal, 2 relief landing fields were established: a primary field with paved runways at Halbright, and a secondary field with turf runways at Ralph. Today, the Weyburn Airport remains active, a testament to the enduring legacy of aviation in this community. Some of the original hangars still stand, silent witnesses to the airfield's wartime history. 2 runways remain in operation, while runway 1836, once a vital part of the training ground, now lies abandoned. The airfield continues to serve Weyburn and the surrounding region, playing a crucial role in transportation and economic development. Davidson, a town known for its strong community spirit and agricultural heritage, played a unique role in the BCATP. In 1942, RCAF Station Davidson was established, becoming home to number 23 Elementary Flying Training School, the only entirely RCAF-operated EFTS in Canada. By 1945, it had produced an impressive 1,513 pilots before being relocated to Yorkton. A relief landing field, a triangular all-turf field, was established west of the community. Today, the original airfield is abandoned, but a new airstrip, the Davidson Municipal Airport, is located right next to the town. In the heart of Saskatchewan's southern plains, the town of Assiniboia played a vital role in the BCATP. Station Assiniboia, established in 1942, became a training ground for thousands of young pilots, primarily from the Royal Air Force. Initially operated by the Royal Air Force's number 34 Elementary Flying Training School, the station was later handed over to the Winnipeg Flying Club, bringing civilian expertise to the task of training these eager young airmen. And like other training schools across Saskatchewan, Assiniboia had its own safety net: a relief landing field near Lethburn, a square, all-way turf field. Today, the main airfield continues to serve the community as the Assiniboia Airport, a vital link for this prairie town and a lasting reminder of its contribution to the war effort. Caron Port, a peaceful village nestled amidst the Saskatchewan plains, holds a hidden chapter of wartime history. During World War II, this quiet corner of the province became a bustling hub of aviation activity, training pilots from across the Commonwealth. RCAF Station Caron, established in 1941, was home to the No. 33 Elementary Flying Training School. And to allow for a variety of training scenarios, there was a relief landing field located near Beauharm, consisting of an all-turf field with three 3,000-foot runways. Today, the airfield is gone, its runways and hangars replaced by homes and fields of grain. If you look closely, you can still see traces of the past. The old taxiway and runway 1331 now form the streets and lanes of this quiet community, while the remaining runways have been reclaimed for agriculture. RCAF Station Mossbank, established in 1940 near the expansive Old Wives Lake, was a key training facility for the BCATP. This location was strategically chosen for its proximity to the lake, providing an ideal setting for bombing and gunnery practice. Number 2, Bombing and Gunnery School operated here, training airmen in the critical skills of accurate bombing using aircraft like the Bristol Bolingbroke, Avro Anson, and Ferry Battle. Interestingly, the Westland Lysander, typically used for Army cooperation duties, was adapted here to serve as an aerial tug, towing targets for air gunners to practice their marksmanship. Known as the Oxidol scheme for its resemblance to the laundry soap flakes packaging of the day, the markings were meant to make the aircraft as visible as possible to gunnery students. Unlike many other training airfields, Mossbank did not have a relief landing field, likely due to the nature of its training and the readily available expanse of Old Wives Lake for emergency landings if needed. Today, the airfield is abandoned, with only the gunnery backstop and remnants of runways visible. However, it is still used as a practice area for the snowbirds, and one of its original hangars was even relocated and repurposed as the Turvey Center in Regina, a testament to the enduring legacy of this wartime training ground. In 1941, RCAF Station Dafoe was established near the Quill Lakes, a remote location chosen specifically for its proximity to a large body of water suitable for bombing and gunnery practice. This station was home to the No. 5 Bombing and Gunnery School, one of only 2 such schools in Saskatchewan. Unlike most airfields, Dafoe had no relief landing field due to its remote location and the nature of its training. Today, the station is abandoned, with only a single hangar remaining as a testament to its wartime role. The former airfield, now used for farming, was recently rededicated to No. 5 Bombing and Gunnery School by members of the Commonwealth Air Training Plan Museum's Flying Committee, ensuring the memory of this unique training ground lives on. The British Commonwealth Air Training Plan left an indelible mark on Saskatchewan, transforming its landscape and communities during World War II. From the bustling airfields of its largest cities to the remote training grounds, the province played a vital role in preparing Allied aircrew for the challenges of combat. Though many of these airfields have disappeared or been repurposed, their stories remain, etched in the memories of those who served and in the historical records. As we remember and honor the legacy of the BCATP, it's very important to respect private property and appreciate these sites from a responsible distance. The ghost airfields of Saskatchewan stand as silent witnesses to a pivotal chapter in history, reminding us of the sacrifices made, the skills honed, and the international cooperation that ultimately led to victory. Their stories continue to inspire, reminding us of the enduring importance of aviation and the courage of those who took to the skies in defense of freedom.